No matter how careful you are, accidents can still happen, right? So most people do not know what to do when there is an accident or an injury. It is very important to know what help should be given to an injured person. So if any person is injured, we should give an immediate help to that injured people before they are taken to an hospital. And this help is called first aid. First aid means first help. Now we will learn the first aid for cuts and scratches. Most cuts and scratches heal on their own in a few days. However, we can follow certain basic steps to ease pain and avoid infection. First, clean the wound with running water to remove dirt, and number 2, apply an antiseptic cream and cover the wound with a clean and dry gauze or bandage. So first thing you need to do is to wash your hand thoroughly before you help the person who has been cut or scratched. By washing your hand, you are getting rid of these germs that might enter into that wound and cause infection. So, if the cut is small, wash it with plenty of water and use a clean cotton cloth to clean and dry the wound and apply an antiseptic cream. Then you should cover it with bandage. So, this is only applicable if the wound is small. Next is first aid for fractures. A break or crack in a bone is called a fracture. It is very important to not move the fractured part. A cloth sling or a splint should immediately be tied around the fracture to hold it, and the person must be rushed to the hospital immediately. Now, a bad accident can cause a bone to crack, right? So, this is called fracture. This fracture is extremely painful and must be attended by a doctor only. So there is very little that we can do as a first aid for someone with a fracture. The only help we can give is by making sure that the part of the body that is fractured is not moved. So you should keep that person still, and suppose it is the hand that has been broken, you can prepare a sling for them so that hand is not moved, and after that a person must be rushed to the hospital immediately. Next we have first aid for burns. Burns are a type of injury caused by fire, hot liquids, friction from clothes, or even chemicals. They may be minor or severe. Now, the main reasons why burns happens can be because of fire or for hot liquids or boiling water or chemicals like acid. Now, they may be serious or minor. Only minor burns can be treated at home. In case of minor burns, wash the burnt area under cool running water for some time. Apply antiseptic cream or a paste of baking soda on the burn area. Next, number 2 is in case of chemical burns, remove the clothes around the burnt area. Place the wound under cool running water. Dry and loosely wrap clean bandage around it. A doctor must then be called immediately. Next is, if however it is a severe burn, a doctor must be called immediately. Any blister if formed must not be pricked. Pricked means should not be break. Now what is a blister? Blister is a swelling on the skin usually filled with water. Now we have to keep in mind that if blister is formed on the skin, that should not be break, because there is a high chance to get infected. Also, do not try to remove any piece of cloth stuck to the burnt area or apply any cream or ointment. Next is first aid for nosebleeds. Nosebleeds are very common and sometimes can stop on their own. However, a few first aid tips always come handy. Number 1, make the person sit up with his head tilted upwards. And number 2, hold and pinch the soft portion of the nose carefully for at least 5 minutes to stop the bleed. Now, when you see nosebleed, this occur very frequently, especially to children in summer. And the first thing you can do is pinch the nose between the thumb and the forefingers for 5 minutes. And while doing this, you should keep your head tilted upwards. Next, move on to first aid for sprains. A sprain generally occurs around wrist or ankles when they are suddenly twisted. Sometimes the joint swells up and may also form bruise. So when you are playing, if your joint or ankle get twisted, we call it as a sprain. It is very painful and there is swelling in that area. Now how we will treat a sprain? Let's read. In such cases, make the person sit in a comfortable position and apply an ice pack to the area. However, do not apply the ice directly. Number 2, then carefully bandage the swollen area to limit movement. Number 3, the person should be made to rest, keeping the sprained area above the position of the heart while lying down. So, we should keep an ice pack so that the swelling reduces and the joint should not be moved until the wound heals. And we should wrap and bandage around the swollen area to limit movement. Let's go to the next page. This is first aid for animal bites. The most common animal bites are caused by pets such as cats and dogs. Animal bites can cause a disease called rabies. This risk of rabies is high if bitten by stray animals. So, animal bites can be quite dangerous because these animals can carry germs in their saliva, and these germs can spread infectious diseases such as rabies. So, rabies is one such disease that is passed on by an animal bite. In case of an animal bite, wash the wound with running water and cover it with a clean bandage. Take the person to the doctor immediately. For bee sting, apply a paste of baking soda or toothpaste. For wasp sting, apply vinegar or lemon juice. Snake bites, however, can be very deadly if not treated properly. It is very important in this case to calm the person down. The following step can be followed in case of snake bite. So, what about when a snake bites? Whenever you get to a poisonous snake bite, the situation is little different because poison spread through blood, and to avoid this, preventive measures has to be taken. So how do we do this? When you get bitten by a snake, the portion that is bitten has to be kept lower than the area of the hurt. You should tie a cloth tightly above the bite to slow down the blood flow. Then immediately take the person to hospital. So in this way we can give first aid to a person who is bitten by a poisonous snake. So hope you have understood this chapter well, and that's it for today, students. I have completed the syllabus of first term examination, and from the next class I will start taking exams or revision test. Okay, thank you, students.